Good morning, dear Scorpio. How are you? Welcome. I hope you are doing very well, Scorpio. Let's see how your energies are going to be at this moment so that you can use them to your advantage and be able to see a situation from a new point of view. This reading is general. Take what resonates or vibrates with you all. If not, disregard this message. This applies to anyone with Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus in Scorpio. Scorpio, if you want, you can subscribe to the channel. Remember to activate all the bells so you can get notifications for the new videos I upload. And if you want, you can follow me on my other TikTok and Instagram accounts where I'll be uploading new content for all of you. All right, let's channel a message for the sign Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. They start with the Four of Pentacles. We have the Moon. We have the Seven of Pentacles. The Lovers. Well, I feel like they're seeing each other. They're evaluating, they're considering a possible start of a relationship. Whether you are Scorpios, single, or already in a relationship. This could also have to do with a reconciliation or a change of direction in the dynamic of the couple and the relationship. There are certain fears, there are some worries. This can be interpreted as insecurities about changing the direction of the relationship. Maybe the energy? What is being said is not to cling to what is familiar, to the past, to your comfort zone. Things are changing on the emotional level, and you have to start making new decisions and taking new paths. There are many things that are changing right now in the emotional area, and many of them may catch your attention. Another example is if you are also getting to know someone. Can you feel that? I think he's a mysterious, strange person. At times I feel a bit anxious, but deep down I feel attracted to him. If they've been single for a long time, maybe the energy is telling them, well, let's get out of the comfort zone, out of the safe zone, and move forward into a new area. Something uncertain, because there's something kind of uncertain here. In love, there's nothing guaranteed, I feel, but maybe the energy is first inviting you to evaluate and think about the situation and then make that decision. Should I move forward or not? Take your time, your moment. Maybe it's time to open up, to let go of these fears, to let go of these insecurities. It could also mean opening up to something completely new, to a new stage, or to deepening and updating a relationship. If you were already in a relationship that maybe had faded a bit, there have been misunderstandings, things that have come to light and so on. Okay, but we need a bit more information. Let's see what it wants to tell us. I'm really sorry about this. You know that with the lunar energy here in this energy, I feel like we unconsciously seek security. We look for the safety of the past, of what's familiar, of what we know. Maybe the energy is asking if you're thinking, right? Like, no, this has to be left behind. I have to free myself from all this. I have to let go. I have to be free from enough, from attachments to the past or from fears from the past that aren't there. Like allowing myself to move forward. Let's see what else we have. Scorpio. General and available energy. Let's take 3 more arcana. You have the Seven of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Well, Scorpio energy is being invited. If we've talked about opening your mind, about starting to realize that you were also clinging to your past, which wasn't doing you any good, to also let go of fantasies or illusions and go for something more real. I feel like there's an energy inviting realism to say this is what has come to light. This is the current situation. This is what there is. Let's come down to earth. Let's stand on solid ground. Let's start building something from there, especially in the emotional area, right? Like leaving fantasies or illusions behind a little bit. Or even if something had happened in the relationship and it had been repressed, avoided, or just ignored. Nothing happened here, but I feel the energy is changing. Like I'm here, opening up, opening my mind, opening my eyes. I realized there are certain issues that needed to be fixed, that the relationship needs a solid foundation, that something needs to be built. Also, having a realistic view of the relationship, getting out of certain fantasies as well, and starting there, as we've said, to set foot on solid ground and provide security. This is like watering the plant, nurturing it, nurturing the relationship, also allowing yourself to be given security as well. So you're at a moment where your vision has opened up here, your mind, right? And it's that revelation that's going to allow you to start a new stage. That's why I feel it strongly for you, like that spark that lights up again. That's why in that couple, in that relationship, very strongly, the energy to reconcile, to try again, to move forward on a new path, to take the initiative, to take risks. Well, let's try this path. The solution has arrived. Let's build something much stronger. Let's face this together. So there's this energy where I take the initiative, I take that first step, I want to do it. Okay, let's see what else we have. Dear Scorpio, general available energy. Let's take 3 more. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. Death. How much change? 4 of Wands, the World. There's no doubt that the energy is pointing toward a liberating change. In other words, something changes, something transforms, something is cut off, something ends. But what changes and is cut off finally sets you free. It doesn't just free you from attachments. It frees you from fears. It frees you from insecurities. It also frees you from attachments to the past. It could be a belief from the past, some pattern that kept repeating from that past where there was a lot of attachment, and it starts to clear things up. What's also happening is that you're starting to enter a new cycle in your life, a change, a tension. This change is going to happen faster than expected, very quickly. It's a change that comes to set things right. What needs to end, ends, and is cut off for good, and it sets you free. There is a potential for rebirth and to feel wow again. I feel like a door has opened up for me here, like feeling that lightness. I'm about to walk a new path. Honestly, I feel liberated. I've freed myself from fear. I feel like I've been able to close a chapter. I've freed myself from prejudices here. And now I am open to recycling, living open to what the universe wants, also to give you, to offer you. That's why there's a Scorpio here. The most important energy beyond what's happening with this person, whether it's reconciliation, updating the relationship, or separating, fantasy, expectation, illusion of what is real? Really? What I feel the most is liberation, change, and deep transformation. That comes to break cycles that kept repeating and finally set you free. A Scorpio who breaks free from limits, a Scorpio who opens his mind, who starts to envision a new future. You are closing a major chapter of your life, so it's time to celebrate this change, to rejoice in this change. Scorpio, okay, you, as the central energy right now, notice that you are dealing with this Queen of Pentacles. And of course, there's a very realistic view of the situations, right? An invitation also to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself in a different way, to be loyal to yourself, okay? There can also be a lot of generosity on your part or from other people. But here, the idea is the search for new security, the new one, the search for that new stage of security and stability above all. Let's see what we have in the Oracle. This is the Mayan Oracle. Let's take a solar seal for all of you. Dear Scorpio, Scorpio, let's take this. Scorpio, you have the seed here. And what the seed brings is blossoming, growth, expansion, gestation, gifts, confidence, hitting the mark, making projects happen, teaching. It's time to step out of your comfort zone, face your fears, and go out into the world. It's a bit like what we talked about here, about letting go of what made you feel comfortable. Well, if I'm sure, nothing will happen to me in here. No, I mean, maybe what the energy is pushing toward is fertility, creation, growth. No. And you have to face those fears in order to make that new decision, to take a new path. Trust in your gifts and abilities because the seed will bring openness and expansion. Exactly. I think that Scorpio, you're on your way to that, right? Exactly. The reading is closely related to the theme of openness, freedom, growth, and abundance. But all of this happens outside of that comfort zone, outside of that familiar or known area. Scorpio, here's what we've observed. For all of you, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you here next time.